Hi, now sometimes the stars that you see on screen, off screen, are completely different. So take big action hero, tough guy like Mark Wahlberg. Off screen, lovely bloke, big family man, very religious, but also ridiculously fit. And thank goodness that when I met up with him for his movie Spenser Confidential, he actually shared some of his exercise techniques, because by Jove, do we need them now. By Jove. Good to see you as always.
You too, Ben.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's another goodie.
Yeah, fun one.
Do you know, I mean this in the nicest possible way. It's like a wonderfully perfect, with an older fashioned feel to it. It's 30-30-30. Most movies nowadays seem to be 20 minutes too long.
Yeah.
This isn't. It hits all the spots.
Yep.
You got the drama, you got the fun, you got the action. It's just right.
Yeah, but we wanted to do the throwback, the old buddy comedy, you know. You know, there's some stakes in there, which is great, but yeah, you know, a modern twist on, you know, great buddy comedy.
Yeah. And back to Boston.
Back to Boston. Boston is a real character in the movie, and it's crazy for me because I really got to go full circle. I mean, we shot on the street that I grew up on.
But you didn't know it was going to be that.
I didn't know that they had picked that as a location. Then all of a sudden I'm looking at the schedule and I'm like, Peveril Street? I'm like, Pete, what's going on there? He's like, and he didn't know. But literally, Alan Arkin's character lives at 24 Peveril Street, and I grew up at 25. So, you know, sitting on my old stoop waiting for them to set up shots, and it was pretty cool.
Neighbors come around and things like that? Are
Neighbors come around, old friends that were still around come out of the woodwork. But more importantly, kids from the neighborhood, you know, not knowing that I lived there and thinking, well, if I'm growing up in this kind of bad neighborhood, I could still kind of, if Mark Wahlberg can turn it around, then I could turn it around too.
Oh,
as long as they're willing to do the work. And they were very inspired by that, so it was really cool.
Right. And how do the old neighbours treat you? Because, you know, I'm from Glasgow, which is kind of similar in many ways to Boston. And you go back and the expression is, I kent his father, which is, I knew his dad. You know, so there's a little bit of trying to pull you down in a nice way.
Oh, yeah. No. I think, you know, you usually get love everywhere but your own hometown. So there's a lot of that, but I think that's more from the media than necessarily from the people. I think I really pride myself on being able to go home at any time, be welcomed with open arms, and be able to hold my head up high.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you know, it's you get that a little bit. Yeah. But at the same time, at the core, I mean, that's who I am anyway. So.
Yeah. It's funny, we were just talking about Glasgow as well. There's a great expression in Glasgow. And it's funny because I'm thinking of all the Boston stuff like lobster and car park and all this stuff. And in Glasgow, we have a thing called taps off, which is #taps off, which is tops off. Because the minute there's any bit of sun, everyone's got the tops off.
Yeah.
You're in fine shape again, sir.
Yeah. Not a lot of sunshine in Glasgow, huh?
Not really.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but you know, for that particular movie, yeah, Pete, you know, we had done 3 of the 4 movies that we'd done. I was really in bad shape for a reason.
Yeah.
But this one, he was like, dude, I want you to be as ripped as possible. So of course I said, okay. I was dry, no wine, no eating anything that wasn't on the strict regimen for 5 months. But yet every day we'd finish. He'd go, just have 1 glass of wine. Just 1 glass of wine. Let's go to our favorite Italian restaurant. Have one bowl of pasta. I'm like, dude, you don't understand. I'm either in or I'm out.
Yeah.
There's no, and you know, he's a bad influence as often as he could. But I never succumbed to the temptation. I went the entire movie.
Wow, that's impressive. Because I think the last time we chatted, you were still doing those sort of bizarre, like the gym stuff at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Was that the same for this?
I was doing that during that movie as well. Yeah.
Oh my goodness me. But do you ever get to the point you just go, no? I mean, what is it that gets you through? Because I mean, I know you're such your faith is such a big part of your life as well. Are you just one of those people you go, no, I'm on it, and
Yeah, no, I gotta have that discipline. I mean, again, that's another great thing about coming from where I've come from.
Yeah.
And being able to go back there or having to go back there. I really appreciate the opportunities that are in front of me. I take my job very seriously, and if those are the requirements, then that's how I'm going to show up. I'm going to be prepared, and I'm going to see it out till the very end. I mean, I could phone in it a little bit and say, oh, the last couple of weeks or whatever, but no, I do it to the very end.
Wow, that's very admirable. Yeah. Talking of being serious, but not quite so, Ant and Dec.
Yeah.
Are people coming up to you and saying delightful or things like that?
Delightful. You know, it was one of those things. I was just saying it all the time. We were shooting a movie. We were just in London shooting a movie, and it was another gray, wet, nasty day, and we're leaving, and it's still dark outside. I goes, how do you stand this weather? And my buddy, who was from London, goes, "It's delightful." So that was like my word. And then I just kept saying it to everybody and saying it to them. So all of a sudden they started having me say it in the show.
God. Was it fun to do?
It was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
And great to have your restaurant open in London as well.
Yeah, we're excited. I mean, we're learning. I mean, that was our first one out of the U.S. except for Canada.
Yeah.
We've since now opened in Germany, but a lot of learning curves. You know, people don't know the restaurant in the way that they know it in the States because we had a TV show about building and growing a family business. Yeah. But you know, people are starting to realize that we're actually a restaurant and that we have a lot to offer, and so it's growing. It's nice.
You're obviously good with the accent. What about the Scottish accent? Have you ever had a go at that? Mastered that?
You don't want me to do my Jerry Butler right now. My Jerry Butler, Sean Connery.
Well, I always say to Jerry, when people say to me, recommend a good scary movie, I say anything, Jerry, with you trying to do an accent.
That's terrible.
He's a pal. I can get away with that.
God. I'll say that to him next time I see him.
Yeah, absolutely. He will appreciate it.
Yeah.
But Scottish-wise, I mean, what do you do? You go Sean. You certainly go Sean Connery. Is that the way you go?
Is that the way you go? Sean, like Sean Connery.
You can have a Sean off.
Sean, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I'm a little shy right now. But.
What about for people doing Boston? Because everyone said to me, a flag in your bag.
Terrible.
A flag in the bag?
No. It's something that most people should not attempt.
Really?
A Boston accent in a film, yes.
Unless you are a true Bostonian.
Yes, I think everybody, they just have this tendency to gravitate towards the JFK of it all. And that's a much more, I mean, there are just like in Glasgow or in Scotland or England, there are many different dialects to the accent. So, you know, I mean, you have the kind of upper crust blue bloods, and then you have lower class, you know, hardworking individuals, and you know, so it's different for different areas. But they just go right for the JFK. Yeah.
So with this movie, as I said, it's a romp. When you get that script through for this, do you look at it and go, yeah, this is fun? Is that the thing that makes you go, I'm in for this?
Yeah, I mean, for Pete and I, certainly, because, you know, this is our 5th movie. The first movies were all very serious in tone, and 3 of those movies were about real-life tragedies. So we wanted to do something different and fun and not have the pressure of carrying that weight. So, yeah, I mean, and then tonally we were trying different things. I mean, the movie read a little bit more serious, but we thought some of the circumstances were a little outrageous, so we could get some laughs out of that. And then you put me and Winston Duke together, and that's just funny anyway. And then Alan Arkin improvising with me in Boston. It's going to be a whole bunch of fun stuff coming out of that. So, but it was a nice change of pace for us, for sure.
So there was a bit of improv with Alan?
Tons of improv with everybody.
Really?
I mean, we'd shoot what's on the page, but then we'd just riff all day.
And is that something you like?
I love to, yes.
Yeah.
And I don't mind other people doing it as long as it's within the context of what we're doing, the scene and the story.
Yeah, but it's kind of like jazz. You like that?
Yeah.
The improv and go with it.
Yeah, let's riff a little bit. Let's play, you know?
Brilliant. What's next?
I just shot a movie in London called Infinite that comes out this summer. I'm finally getting to make the movie Uncharted. Where now I'm playing the elder statesman.
Yeah.
I was playing the young kid for a while. I was attached for 15 years, I think. And I got punted to the old guy, but I loved the part. And I did a movie called Joe Bell's, another true story, about a guy walking across the country to raise awareness about his son who was bullied and committed suicide because he was gay. And then I got a couple of other great things in the pipeline. And then, you know, trying to raise 4 kids, trying to build, you know, 5 businesses, and, you know, not a lot of time in the day to, you know, let my mind wander.
Kind of feel lucky that you've been here with me for a few minutes.
It is a nice change of pace. It's always good to see you, brother.
Good to see you too.
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you.
Mark Wahlberg, eh? Action hero, father, businessman, makes great burgers, but can't do a Sean Connery accent to save his life. Thank goodness I've got one tiny thing over him. Okay, Spenser Confidential, stream it somewhere now. Now, if you've enjoyed our little chats, and I hope you have, and you would like some more, then all you have to do is click right here for some more Good Morning Showbiz videos.